Yo, greetings and salutations. This is your man's Malik Yusef, the wordsmith, aka DJ Good Music. Mainly known for being a handsome ass nigga, amongst other things. But that's the main thing. That I'm fucking beautiful and gorgeous. Nah, that's what y'all get. So never underestimate yourself. That's that. I'm probably not as brazen as that in real life at all the time. Sometimes I am though. So I'm just like, yo, I'm that shit. That's what it is. But I want to welcome y'all back to the Cool Lunch Table. Thank you for joining me again. The Cool Lunch Table, you can sit with us. We are inclusive here. I want to fuck with y'all. I want to take y'all through while I'm writing. While I'm painting, I'm doing this. Y'all know I be painting shit, giving away paintings, selling them. I sold one to my brother Ty Taylor Gang in this bitch. So I want to get right into the proceedings this evening and talk about more self-love. And the first thing you gotta understand about more self-love is that you're not special. Everyone is unique. Your grandma told you were special because you were special to her. But everyone is unique, not special. You're not special till you do some special shit. Most people are ordained. Most people are ordinary as fuck, are super ordinary. And those are the people that we pass by every day that make no noise, that do nothing to change things, that do nothing to help shit. You dig what I'm saying to you? You have to understand that you are the one who has the ability to make yourself special, make your dash mean something. Born, 19 whatever or 2000 whatever, at this point, and whatever day that you leave the planet. That's what this is. You are not special until you do some special shit. All right? You're unique. You different. Your grandma love you. But that's about it. And the thing about healing, is self-love. And healing ain't always going to be pretty, man. Healing going to be dark. It's going to be spooky. And it's not going to be pretty. And it's going to look like, your house ain't clean sometime. And it's going to look like your motherfucking clothes ain't together. And your hair ain't right. And your motherfucking grooming done slacked off, because progress is not some straight line, of constantly moving in the right direction. Sometimes it's going backwards and swirling around and dipping and dopping and falling and getting the fuck back up, bleeding and getting back up anyway and hurting yourself and embarrassing your motherfucking self. And every time you go to self-heal, it ain't gonna be a motherfucking Instagram worthy. It ain't gonna be Snapchat worthy. It ain't gonna be Facebook worthy. It's going to be a time where that shit's going to be ugly as fuck and not pretty, and you ain't going to want nobody to see you or smell you. You say you ain't going to want to answer the motherfucking phone. You ain't going to want to deal with the kids that day. You don't want to be nice that day. You don't want to have your best voice on that day. That's what self-healing going to look like. And you're going to have people around you that are prepared to deal with that portion of you. They're prepared to deal with the fact that it ain't finna be gorgeous. It ain't finna be celebrations and champagne and mimosas and motherfucking, what's them, Bellinis. It ain't finna be that shit all the goddamn time, boy. It's gonna get some ugly parts, man. 'Cause that's where the real shit is at. It's deep inside you, in the ugliest parts of you. It's deep in there, man. It's cut corners and patched up shit and shit glued together. You done stapled your feelings together with some other shit that don't belong. And that's also self-love. Doing those motherfucking difficult, hard parts, man, it's also motherfucking self-love, homie. My people, I'm telling you. And I'm doing this from a me standpoint first before I get this to y'all. And it's going to be involving some depression and some anxiety and some manic episodes and some motherfucking hyperventilating sometime. And it ain't going to be all smiles. A lot of that shit going to be motherfucking the cry face. Because you got to go and face the shit that you tried to leave behind you and kick out the door and tried to leave behind you and tried to leave it there. And stop letting people tell you to harm yourself by saying shit like, man, quit your job and do art full time. And they ain't bought nothing from you. They ain't purchased nothing from you. They ain't pre-purchased nothing from you. They ain't came to a fucking show and supported you at all. They ain't motherfucking shouted you out on Instagram. They ain't shared a fucking song from you or a painting or an article of clothing. Stop letting these motherfuckers tell you that how to make it easier for them to like you. Make it easy for you to love yourself. Be the version of yourself that you gonna love the most. Stop letting these motherfuckers tell you to go out here and be homeless and shit. Why would you quit your motherfucking job? In the 1950s, you probably had to go to a studio that was 500 miles from you with engineers and taping that you know, and all the shit you couldn't afford. Make your music on your phone, man. Do your monologue on your phone. You can start filming from your fucking phone, man. Stop letting these motherfuckers tell you to quit your goddamn job to be poor so they can have an excuse like you didn't make it because you did. No, they don't want you to make it when they're giving you information that's damaging, that's destructive to your fucking path. Another thing, you know, you go harder on yourself than you go on other people. That ain't fair. That's not right. Stop judging yourself so harshly. Judge yourself with the same lens you judge these motherfuckers through. You know, I told y'all yesterday about finding the motherfucking balance. Well, the balance is different for everybody. The balance for me is way different than the balance it is for you probably. I probably need more sunlight today than I need moonlight. And days when I'm being romantic, I probably need more moonlight. And it varies from day to day and occasion to occasion, and the equation varies. You understand? So understand that shit too. You know, stop being so hard on your motherfucking self, man. You all right? You finna get there? You finna pull it? Just be focused to not fuck up. Know that you don't, know what you want to get, not what you don't want. Figure that shit out. Think that. This belief thing hard, ain't it? The thinking part is easy. Because they teach you how in school. Be thinking. They don't tell you what to feel, what to believe. Believe in yourself. That's a hard one to teach in school. That's a very difficult one to teach in school, man. You know, handle yourself a little kinder. Even if you fuck up, handle yourself a little kinder. Handle yourself with care. I ain't saying you fragile. You know, fragile like a flower or fragile like a bomb. Either way, handle yourself with care. Give a fuck about you. That's also self-love. That's also self-healing. That's also self-care. Self-care is also not being around certain motherfuckers. Certain motherfuckers that keeps you from feeling the way you need to feel. They keep you from being the complete complement of yourself. Because sometimes you're gonna have to fucking look into yourself and say, I fucked up. We don't want to do that. We want to blame it on the devil or blame it on somebody else around us and shit. And sometimes it's partly their fault, but it's mainly yours. That's also self-love. Identifying where you go wrong at and loving yourself through it anyway. Think that too. Think that part. Be in that mind state. Be in that mind state. And, you know, there's a Sufi proverb. I don't know if y'all know about Sufism. And a Sufi proverb that says, I searched for God and only found myself. I searched for myself and only found God. That's some deep shit right there. Because God is inside that mess that you made of yourself. God is inside of those broken pieces of yourself. God has always been there. God has never left you because you are a self-same entity. It is intertwined. You are in the image of and the likeness of. You are that. That's why if you love God, you better love yourself. I don't want to hear about you love God, but you won't love yourself. And if you love yourself, because it's a responsibility for loving yourself, you got to get better, right? You got to do better things. You got to do smarter and wiser things, make better decisions. And that's not what we want to do sometimes. We don't want to make smarter decisions. But you got to dig into those dark places of yourself, man. Pause. You got to dig in there and pull out those crystals, those gems, those jewels, And as you bring them out into the light, the shine that they have, the reaction they have to being in the light, to being in the sun, will give you information and set prisms in front of you and set diagrams in front of you that allow you to follow a certain path, and a path that has been designed for you and you a fucking alone. Walking your path is self-love. Sometimes denying the other path, and you don't want to hear this, but sometimes saying no is self-love. Sometimes telling the motherfucker, no, I can't do that. My daddy told me, in order to not break a promise, to not break a promise, don't make a promise. Don't make a promise. Don't make the fucking promise that you can't keep. That you are, and if you're willing to keep it, then you got to be able to spare all costs to do that. You know what I'm saying? And once you find out, that there's certain, you look at these things and what you plant, and you look at plants and you look at flowers, tell you some harsh shit, man. Flowers are beautiful, but flowers are delicate. Okay? Flowers are delicate. They pretty, but they delicate. And they don't grow in certain environments because they need certain things around them. So don't be afraid to self-love yourself into an environment where people can nurture you, where the environment is ripe to nurture you, where it agrees with the type of being that you are and what you're becoming. Because certain environment a killer flower. And it's at the time when you bloom, the space where you bloom at, the things you bloom around. You understand? Those things are equations. Find your balance. And the balance is going to be different for each person. It's not the same. I'm not saying it's easy to find your balance. I'm saying it's fucking hard as hell to find your motherfucking balance. And you got to do it at some point. If you don't do it, it's not going to get done. Not doing it ain't going to get it done. Not completing it ain't going to make it complete. Not practicing strength ain't going to make you stronger. Not being powerful ain't going to make you more powerful. You got to do the stuff. And shout out to Steve Harvey. Our politics disagree sometimes, but he said you got to jump. Sometimes that's jumping into the abyss. That's jumping into the unknown. Sometimes that shit is just, man, you versus the wild. You jumping into the unknown shit, but no, you can't be where you are no more. You can't stay where the fuck you are and keep getting what the fuck you been getting. Tell you that. Forgive yourself. You be forgiving other people. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you made. And some of them are fucking egregious and atrocious mistakes. Fucking atrocities against humanity, including you. But you got to forgive yourself. And you got to move on. And you got to change. And you got to be willing to change. You got to want to change. And then you got to say, okay, in order to be more patient, I'm going to practice fucking patience. In order to be more faithful, I'm going to practice faith. In order to be more loyal, I'm going to practice loyalty. Yeah, you was disloyal yesterday. Okay, so what? Get back on it. Be better. Be better. That's what this is, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man, Metro Boomin wants some more. It's going to come, more going to come to you to make you better, make you stronger. It's more going to come. You got to get to the nitty gritty part of self-love. You got to get to the motherfucking, on everything I love, man. On my soul. You got to get to that ugly shit, boy. That ugly, dirty shit. I'm going through it too. You got to be able to forgive yourself, forgive other people, and get past it. You can't let somebody's transgression against you gauge how you going to be to the world. Nah. My mom's birthday coming up, and that shit be difficult for me sometimes. Because I remember, the fact, my soul, my DNA remembers that she was born, and therefore I was born. She's a female human being. She born with her eggs inside her. I've been there since the beginning with her, and that separation is rough. The fact that she didn't love me helped define the way I treated myself for a very long time. Yeah, I got off on the drugs. I got off on the motherfucking, alcohol, the violence, the sex. I've had the motherfucking gambit. I ran the gambit. I ran the gauntlet of addiction, food addiction, drug addiction, alcohol, sex, violence. I've ran the gambit on addiction, man. And it ain't pretty. And you're going to go deep inside yourself, and you're going to motherfucking understand that it's going to be dark, and it's going to be cold, and it's going to be damp, and it's going to be strange, and it's going to be slippery. And that's where you're going to find yourself. That's when you're going to get acquainted with you. That's when you're going to get acquainted with you, because you're going to have nothing else to hold on to. Can't nobody take that fucking journey but you to self-love. Self-love, self-motivation, self-discipline, self-determination. All these things that say self. It's you. And I know I'm saying self a lot, but it's you. And sometimes loving yourself, you ain't just got the ability to spark the shit. You got to get around other people that you see themselves loving themselves. And then they love on you. And love ain't going to be sweet and pretty all the time. They don't want nobody babying you. They weakening you. And they might be weakening you. My grandma said, her grandma said, we ain't fattening up frogs for snakes. That's what they do. Motherfucker keep feeding you all that crap so you can get fat, and they eat you up good. Nah. People don't want the strong you. They don't get no version of you. And these people gonna say, hey, you're doing good. I believe in you. You need that person. That you show the evidence of you improving yourself, and they believe that you want to be better and stronger. Dark days come, man. It's days when it's hard to love yourself. It's days when it's easy. When you did something successful, when you did something dumb and stupid, and you made the mistake of inexperience, it's going to be those days it's hard to love yourself, man. And you might need to be around somebody till you get the ability to love yourself. You might be get around somebody that can love you in your own stead. Somebody that can value you in your own stead until you can value yourself. That can admire things about you till you learn what they looking at and you can admire them too. You're going to need that. So self-love, yes, again, is getting in the right environment, being brave enough to get away from the people that will hold you down and hold you back, and get around people that will uplift you and hold you down in a positive manner, in a constructive manner. You're going to need that, man. The people you keep around you, man. The company you with is going to be so very important to your growth. It's not going to be a space soon enough when you start loving yourself and you get bigger for people that don't value you. You're going to even be like, man, what was I thinking? Well, you wasn't probably, You didn't have the right information, And they not giving you the right information. They not motherfucking going to spill out that shit. And you got to people that's freely giving you ways to better yourself. That's freely giving you the advice to better who you are and become the best version of you, the version that's going to be most beneficial to you. And the version of you that's most beneficial to you is going to be also the version most beneficial to the world. Do your art, man. Yes. Do your art. Do your downtime. Do your self-healing time. Do the time when you get away from everybody. Sometimes you ain't going to want to answer the phone. That's one of the other gifts I'm finna give you right now. It's going to be hard, but after you listen to this, go through your phone and see who you can send a thing to and say, I need help with this, or I need you to share this, or I need you to support this, and see who those people are. And if they're not the people that can help you do that, then you got the wrong people in your phone. You heard me? I know you don't like it. I know them aunties and uncles and motherfuckers you went to school with and shit. I know. But so what? Fuck them. They not for you. They're not for you. You waiting for them to call you. You trying to get rich so they can call you and need you. They gon' motherfucker, you ain't gonna have no shortage of people need you once you start to make it. What about right now? When you desperately need motherfuckers. Who can you pick up the phone and call in? I know I don't got my intro and outro music like I said I would. I'm bogus as hell for that. But why don't y'all send in some shit for me? Send in some beats. Send in some songs if you want to, and let me check it out. So I create these intros and outros. Maybe we'll do a different one every day. I don't know. But before I leave, I want to talk about the self-care portion. And there's a product that I like to use with my family and my kids especially. It's called Bahia Honey. And I'm going to post that on my page so that y'all can see it. And it's worked wonders. And I'll post a link to it so y'all can check it out. But that's part of self-love and self-care, is being able to touch yourself softly, man. Do things for yourself, and care for you. And be careful with yourself. Like I said, be careful with yourself. Be full of care about yourself. Don't let them not liking you make you not like yourself. You're going to walk into a room one day and motherfuckers going to be all up in the room and ain't none of them going to like you. Are you still ready to be, to have self-care and self-love when everybody in there got something bad to say about you? Are you ready for that? This shit is going to take some sweat, some tears, and some motherfucking blood. And I'm not talking about losing blood. I'm talking about having your blood boil to get to what you got to get to. Having that shit on fire is going to be important. Man, I've been Malik Yusef. This has been the Cool Lunch Table. You can sit with us.